Hey you guys! Very soon 3 AI projects are going to be merged into one huge product, which will most likely be the biggest on the market. So today, I want to evaluate the current activities of these projects, calculate how profitable it is to buy assets at the current price, and check if the fetch agents are really as good as they say they are. So be sure to watch this video till the end so you do not miss anything important. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let's get started. Lately, the market hasn't really made us all happy. And if we talk about the AI space, the situation is even worse. All tokens are down quite a bit and show no activity or even attempts at growth lately. In general, the turbulence is continuing, so such drawdowns are not surprising at all, because just in the last week, you can see quite large liquidity outflows in Bitcoin ETFs. So, taking all factors into account, I see this drawdown as a big discount to the market. In my last video on these assets, I said that the correction was caused by general global problems, and the halving is on top of that. So drawdowns like this are not scary. Personally, I see it as an opportunity for DCA. But before you decide to buy or sell these assets, I want to be clear. This video is in no way financial advice. It is just my own opinion and assessment of the situation. So if we go back to the question of how these assets have been performing lately, we can't say that we're seeing anything interesting. Everything is normal. Bitcoin goes down and decides to take altcoins with it. Therefore, if we talk about DCA, I will be interested in buying FET from $1.5 and cheaper, AGIX and OCEAN from 50-60 cents. But this is just my opinion and vision, and by no means a call to action. Now I suggest we move on to other topics, because there are many interesting things waiting for you. Traditionally, I'd like to tell you about the news of Fetch and other participants in the process of combining projects. Last time I noticed that compared to FET, other projects are not very active on social media, and it seems as if they don't work at all. And my impression has remained the same. It even seems that Fetch in this trio has taken the role of the only project that really promotes news about Merge and generally talks about what and how it will work. The CEO is constantly doing interviews and talking about the future of the project. For example, here's a very important question.
But you know what? It's hard. How will you merge your X accounts, guys?
Do we need to merge them? Do we have to merge them?
I don't know. Will you keep three separate X accounts, or will you keep another one?
We absolutely will keep separate X accounts, but there will also be an ASI Alliance X account, right? And I mean, this is decentralization at work. I mean, we don't need to follow the categories of the traditional corporate world. I mean, we're a decentralized network of decentralized networks, which is a different form of structure than we've seen before. But I think this lets you grow and achieve efficiencies of scale without sacrificing the innovation that you get from smaller, more focused organizations.
This may seem like a stupid or irrelevant question, but it's the opposite. The CEO of Fetch made it very clear that this merger will not favor some positions of the company, that there will still be uniqueness for each of the participants of the merger. There will still be decentralization, and this will be manifested even in ordinary Twitter accounts. As for the news and events, Fetch posts something interesting almost every day. For example, another hackathon for developers of agents based on the project's AI technology. In fact, this is the simplest and easiest thing that big companies neglect. In this way, you can not only find cool experts to join your team, but also significantly expand the recognition of your technology, your AI. Just look. This team has created a product that will simplify the work of doctors and their assistants during a heavy workload. And this initiative group has created an agent that helps users fight various addictions. It tailors specific, goal-oriented tasks to the individual and the addiction, creating a sense of accomplishment. And the most important thing is that all this is done on the basis of Fetch agents. But we will check later if they are really that good and cool. In addition to hackathons, the project participates in many different interviews, speaks at various crypto meetups, is promoted in some publications, and in general does not leave the information space, constantly making itself known. Therefore, it is not surprising that FET is ranked top 1 among all AI projects in terms of community support. As for AGIX and OCEAN, It seems that you are looking at the Twitter feeds of half-dead projects. They post news, but they can't interest new people, grow the overall community, or draw attention to future project combinations. So it seems that FET is responsible for the media part, and the other two projects are either more technical or I don't even know what they do. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, while I am moving on to the assessment of the real potential of the future merger. Well, we've heard a lot about the work of Fetch AI agents, so it's time to give them a try. So I decided to ask them to help me buy 2 tickets from Dubai to Berlin and find a 5-star hotel for 2 people from May 24th to 26th. In just a few minutes, I received the first options for my flight. I chose the fastest option, and literally seconds later, I received an email asking me to fill in my personal details and so on. In fact, it was quite a pleasant experience. I booked tickets in just 5 minutes, even though I didn't search for them myself, but just gave a request to the AI agent, which in turn did everything for me. It's quite convenient, and I'm sure this technology can reach the top because many people need such a personal assistant. If you followed my previous videos on this asset, you know that I predicted a price of $25 to $30 per FET token. Now that the number of tokens will almost double to 2.6 billion ASI, it is clear that it will be very difficult to achieve such prices. If we assume that when the ASI token launches, it will have a capitalization of $7.5 billion and an asset price of about $2.8, then a price of $30 per token means a capitalization of $75 billion. This is roughly the size of companies like Solana and BNB. Do I believe in this? To be honest, no, although I do not rule it out. However, I believe that at the peak of the bull market, we will see a more realistic price of around $15, which will still be a large capitalization. Such a result will only be possible if the companies successfully merge and actively work on developing their products. But this is a long-term perspective, and if we look at a shorter time frame, I expect slightly different scenarios. Back in the last video, I drew this chart and made it clear that I saw a slight drop to $2 and a rebound. That has generally happened, but now we are back to $2. Personally, I don't plan to buy now, but if we see another pullback to $1.5, I will consider buying some more FETs. At the same time, I don't see any reason to worry, and will just wait for more news and monitor the situation. In addition, I will definitely tell you about the process of switching to a single token, and I will certainly share my thoughts and impressions. In addition, the entire AI industry is waiting for NVIDIA's report. Last time, this led to the growth of the entire AI sector, as AI products were perhaps the most important tools for NVIDIA's earnings. Although there is no exact date yet, the same situation is expected for ChatGPT, which is very similar to FET. Therefore, I expect growth, especially since OpenAI will definitely show crazy profit figures, for example, statistics from previous years. Therefore, against this background, coins from this merger, or even ASI itself, can grow. And now I would like to remind you that this video is not financial advice. It is just my view on the market. Please always do your own research before you invest, and invest wisely. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the future growth of coins. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.